another Bubble and Bible time with me, Bubble and Bonnie. I don't know about you, but I love the fall weather we are having lately. Fall is one of my favorite seasons, and one thing my family really likes to do is sit outside at night around the campfire. Do you like that too? I like sitting outside under the trees, enjoying the cool breeze that blows, and sitting by the warm fire. I bet you like this next part too, roasting marshmallows over the fire for s'mores. Yum! Do you like sitting outside under the beautiful night sky? That is my favorite part. I love looking up at the beautiful twinkling stars. So next time you do that, I want you to think about the story we're going to talk about today. In today's story, we're going to talk all about a guy named Abram, who God actually renames Abraham later in the Bible. And we're going to learn why the stars in the sky are so important to Abram's story. Our Bubble and Bible story is from the first book of the Bible, Genesis, starting in chapter 15. Once there was a guy named Abram, and one day God came to Abram in a vision, which is kind of like a dream when you're awake. God said to Abram, "Don't be afraid, Abram. I am always here to protect you. You are good, kind, and special to me. I will reward you for being faithful." But Abram, he'd been feeling really down lately. He and his wife Sarai had never been able to have kids, and they were so sad because of that. Abraham mournfully said to God, "God, what kind of blessing can you give me? After all, I still don't have any kids. And that means that Eliezer from Damascus is going to be my heir. He's going to get everything I own. But he is not even my family. That makes me so sad, God." But God replied to Abram with this promise. "Abram, remember you are special to me. I tell you now that you will have a son of your own, and he will be your heir." Then God took Abram outside to show him the night sky. God said to Abram, "Look up at those stars and try to count them all if you can." Abram stared up at all those stars. He couldn't even begin to count all those twinkling lights. Stars and stars and stars all around him. And God said, "Abram, your family will include as many people as there are stars in this beautiful sky." Abram looked up at the stars and saw God at work. And Abram believed God and trusted in God's promise. So next time you're outside at night, look up at those beautiful shining stars and remember God's promise to Abram came true. Abram did have a son named Isaac, and then his family grew bigger and bigger with more descendants. Descendants means people in your family, and that number was so big it was like trying to count the stars in the sky. And that family includes all of us, just like that song called Father Abraham Says. Oh, that would make a great campfire song. Next, join Miss Marissa and Mrs. Amy singing it. Follow their actions and sing along.